Just when I was looking up this abandoned city, Josh, Exploring with Josh, he was the first person I watched with all the exploring. But they go to so many places, like you could just sit there forever watching the abandoned stuff. There's just so much of it. But anyway, he visited this town. Now, the way I get it is, from their perspective, we're not telling you where it is. We want to we've been, but we've gone, and nothing's changed. No one will know we've been there, kind of thing. And every now and again I do see big banks go, whew, like the hospital watching television, like, this is crazy. He notices things, but they don't give too much of their own opinions. Josh is a nice young man. He loves finding these places. The more there are, the more he wants to go and see. But I just find it really sad that this is the place we live in. It's all abandoned. This is another place. Later on in the video, towards the end, he finds a biohazard thing on the door. Oh, guess what this was? This was another mining town. But it's gone now because the mine closed down, and it's been closed since the 1980s. Obviously out of sight, out of mind. I suppose the only good thing was that there wasn't much of anybody's stuff left. In most of the places we're looking at, so much of their stuff's left, it's hard to believe they actually came and collected any of their stuff, which seems a bit weird really. But anyway, he has met up with two of his friends and he's very excited about this trip he's flown over. It's not in this bit of video I'm going to show you, but he does say how dry and thirsty he feels here, but where he comes from, it's humid, but he doesn't get thirsty. He gets sweaty but doesn't get thirsty, and he's noticed how dry it is. But I suppose they're sort of out by getting out towards Las Vegas, so it's desert, isn't it? It's different kind of land. But anyway, let's continue.
I'm getting some Hills Have Eyes vibes, but I'm also getting Nuketown from the Call of Duty map vibes. It was actually really crazy today, I'm not joking guys. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, got ready, flew over here to LA, which was a 7-hour flight, got inside Sam and Kobe's car, and drove 3.5 hours here. So I just got to LA. Sam and Colby picked me up, which I never thought in a million years would randomly Sam and Colby pick me up from the airport, which is pretty cool. We get into the car, went to IHOP, and came right to this ghost town 3 hours away in the middle of nowhere. Here is a ghost town. It's actually one of the most preserved ghost towns in all of America, and it was actually built and funded in 1948. We'll get more into that after as we get there. But seriously, there's like 100 buildings here, all untouched.
So, here they say there's 3,800 ghost towns. In there's Bodie, Bombay Beach and Centralia. We've done those ones. I think I've mentioned wherever it was, Thurmond. But look at them. Those are the top 10, or there's 8 there. I think it said 10. That one says 10, the one below. But there you go. It says how many acres it is. It's just so many acres. And it was supposed to be rival to Los Angeles, but when I tried to find information, it didn't actually explain that it was a coal mine that had gone, and this is why the people haven't moved there. They were moving there because he said what year it opened. It's in the 1900s. I can't remember what year he said. 1950s. And then by the 1980s it was all empty. But I mean, look at how many empty plots there are. So there's a little bit more information there about it. Roughly where it is. Doesn't here explain that actually it's a ghost, there was a mining place there. So this is one of the reasons when the mine closed up, the people left. Just abandoned. I'm just so sad so much is abandoned. I'm sorry. I cannot see how we have any homeless people. Yes, this place doesn't have electricity. Yes, it's run down. They've got to have towns that have only been vacated, or bits that have been vacated months or a couple of years ago. They could redo them up and give them to all the homeless people so that nobody has to live on the streets. There's just too many houses empty. And then you think, well, if all these places are empty, where's everybody gone? And then you think, well, where's all the people that they're telling us there is? There can't be. There just can't be. Or they just got sections of land and they keep moving you around those bits of land. Or we'll stay on that bit now where Los Angeles is, but maybe in 100 years it'll be a ghost town and they'll be somewhere else. Oh, we had to close that place up. You know, there was a problem there. You know, like the rest of the places. Okay, so far they've got mining, haven't they? Mining seems to close everything. But as far as I can tell, we were heavily mined before we even got here, hundreds of years ago. Oh, dearie me, there's another place there, I think. There you go, it tells you where they are. Pennsylvania, Wyoming, Montana, Alaska, New Mexico, New York, West Virginia. And it is embarrassing if you think about how many places are abandoned. And these people stand up and make all the rules on us when they know how much is abandoned. It's about there, which is in the desert. And Los Angeles is just, you know, a couple of hours away. So it's in that area. I think there are bits which are lived on, but when I was looking, I couldn't believe it's all in plots. Like, you can see that from here. Really? I don't know whether they've been put on the map, but everything is in plots. Anyway, he was up here somewhere. Maybe that's where he was, just there. A few people do live there, more than a few, probably 20 or 50 or something like that. But it used to have hundreds. But he was saying something like 400 homes, and there was this and that, and not maybe a theatre, but, you know, making it, wow. They had shops, they had this, they had that. You know, for the amount of people that they were there, they had a lot of amenities then. I think that's that place there, but just look, everything is plots. There's an airport there, which is just outside another town. And look at that one. I bet you that was part of mining because of the shape. I see these things. Anyway, that's an airport for that place. I don't know what those bits... Oh, it looks like they're doing, you know, that looks like, well, green stuff growing there, doesn't it? But anyway, I just couldn't get over how many places are empty or are plots. So just to show you that I was in the right place. There we go. That was California City. Not much of a city, is it? But it's obviously bigger than that. They're just showing it as that, but it's got to be bigger because there's even plots around the outside of the words. Obviously a few people live there, but look, it's not a city anymore, is it? It's not a city at all. And you know what? I know they said it was opened in the 1990s, but I bet you that was probably a Tartaria town. Probably. Anyway, I'm just zooming out to give you the perspective. There's Los Angeles just down the bottom there. And that place is in there.
Place is like untouched. I like it. It's just the fact that the weather's super dry. We just approached the abandoned school to the place. There was 3 schools here. Here's the last one remaining. That's the old football field, except it's half there. Jeez. This is definitely a mission. But inside there, 100 houses. We're going.
Wait till you see what is in this school. We've had this before in the abandoned prison, you know, where Katrina had hit. In there was the same thing. I suppose when abandoned, you don't care. You don't want to be associated or have anything associated with that. You should just leave it there. I don't know, but it's a bit weird. But let's carry on.
Yeah, this is their gym to the school. I wonder if the door's open. No, it doesn't open. We're good. Yo, you can see their trophies. Look at this if you zoom in.
Thing is, we're not even here for the school. It's the back we want, but this is really cool. All their trophies are right there.
Oh my god.
That's really cool.
Dude, we need to get into school somehow.
We might be able to.
Yo,
This is insane.
found a way in.
Let's go. This is gonna be a long video, boys. Oh, I gotta get my lights out. Guys, what do they call that? Cricket? Is that called cricket?
Bocce, right?
I don't know. We'll leave it for the subscribers to tell us what that is. I forgot the sport. But this is really incredible. All their trophies are still here. Guys, this school and this town was shut down in 1983. 1983. It's been abandoned since. Look at all the dust on everything. Look at this. Oh my, dude, that's insane. This is so good.
Stay alive. Right when we get in here.
The ultimate survival game. We're in it. Oh, this is so cool though, really. Dude, this is actually pretty creepy too. It's almost like Smile Now, Cry Later. Two random smileys. Actually, one's grinning.
A little bit more history about this place.
So in 1948, this place opened up, and the reason why all the business started here, the reason why everyone settled here is literally because there's an iron mine here that was making so much money. So they kept expanding and hiring more workers and more workers, ending up housing 400 people here. 400 houses were here. Top it off, there was shopping centers, there was dormitories, there was freaking theaters, there was hospitals, there was 3 schools. This was a place to live because of that mine. It was producing all the money for everyone here. As time went on, the ecosystem, something with the gases, they stopped people from working here. They shut down the mine because of that. And then it was in 1983, to be exact, they shut it down for good, and everyone pretty much just left because there was no reason to live here anymore. We're literally surrounded in the mountains, guys. Wow. That's the history. It's really unique. Might be the best preserved ghost town ever. Definitely no. It's an urban explorer that came here for the Instagram shot.
You think so?
100%. But it's super cool for us because it looks so preserved for us here, and that's why it's better because people aren't vandalizing. No one's graffitiing this place, so it's so prime for us. Left here. This is why no one graffitis for the people that know about this spot. It's mint. They leave it here for us, and now we're seeing it. Oh, their baseball caps are up here. Very sports oriented. They're all about their sports. Definitely respect that. Abandoned playground. All meant to. Sun is shining hard over here though. It's hard to see. We're so close. We're so close in.
Wait, my phone! My phone!
So right there's the baseball field. Behind it you can see that the grass is done. So it looks like it's pretty alive right there. There's flowers in the back. It looks like the people live right here. There was another school right here. Something Henry School. All their stuff is outside. Even smashed TVs. Wow, look at us. We're surrounded by just tons of houses all around us. Look at the roads. Look at nature's taking these roads right over. The wheatgrass, all this stuff is just growing through. The cracks are coming out. No car has driven through this in so many years. Yeah, it's literally ours now. Tons and tons of ghost towns, but nothing this size and this like wide open. And I mean, that school was still new. But a ghost town like this, I've never seen anything like this in my life. I mean, Bodie was good, but Ruby was a really good ghost town I did 2 years ago. If you've seen that video, just type in Ghost Town Ruby. But this, look what I'm looking at. Jeez. So I'm gonna say this right now, every single house in here is all abandoned, obviously, and there's nothing in any of these houses. There's no furniture, there's nothing. And they're all pretty much have the same layout. So we'll go inside a couple of these houses. Obviously we couldn't go inside all of them if we want, and it would be boring showing all the houses over and over again. But I wanna go inside a few so I can show you how it looks. In this house, the roof is literally collapsing. Nothing but the wind. Sometimes you hear crows and some birds. I'm getting some Hills Have Eyes vibes, but I'm also getting Nuketown from the Call of Duty map vibes.
It was actually really crazy today. I'm not joking, guys. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, got ready, flew over here to LA, which was a 7-hour flight, got inside Sam and Colby's car, and drove 3.5 hours here. This is what we do for exploring. It's been a really good day. I'm super excited for today. We're just really having fun, you know. We appreciate history. I love history. I love like how we can preserve things, you know, because who knows, when someone actually buys this land and takes it all down, demolish it, we still have this video to show proof like how things were back in the day, or you know, things like that.
That made me feel really sad to think that this is all part of his life, and he's really excited about finding half his country is abandoned. Or more than half. He goes everywhere. Theme parks, shopping malls, big houses. And sometimes he comes to England and he's with the people in the English ones. He's walking around with them. He was in one of the hospitals on a video I did a while ago. He's everywhere, Josh. But he's excited and I feel so sad. You know, there is no excuses for all this. Yes, I can understand maybe that there's no money and this is why the people moved out, and maybe it's because they rent their houses. Well, this place here lost its money then. He said there was a new school and the whole thing's, I'm just like, oh my god. That's what I think. What's your thoughts?
You know, it goes to show like just how like when the kids live here, what they do here, you know. Obviously super big into sports. You don't got much going on here really. You're away from everyone. Obviously a lot of people here are going to be playing outside, and I think this is, you know, it's history right here. I mean really, like who knows who drew that and who knows how old they are now, but they drew that same thing. Imagine coming back to here where you used to live and seeing something that you drew that long ago, a place we used to play right outside here with other kids. Finally, a house door that's actually open. Oh, what the heck? Biosafety level is 9. What the heck's in here? Bloodborne? I've never seen a sign like that. Okay, well just because of that, that freaks me out. This is as much as I'm gonna shout. I don't know what that sign is, but at least we can get an idea of what's in here and how did they, you know, structure these buildings. Those are some weird old knobs.
Maybe after all the story is quite different here, because he's found that on the door and there says that there's some chemical problem in this house. So maybe this is why the people had to leave. They were told the same thing. Oh, the gases are coming up. You know, it's all to do with the mining, isn't it? They've used it. Like Centralia was on fire. This one, there's chemicals coming up. And, well, with the fires with Centralia, it was chemicals as well. But fires did that. This one's chemicals. The people have to move out because, oh, look, we're saying you can't live here anymore. That's what's happened here. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you very much to Josh. Exploring with Josh. Thank you so much. And really upset again that it is just diabolical. Come on, nobody should be homeless. Sorry. And where's all the people that they say there are? Because there aren't.